everybody? This is Niall and Alex with the Drive Home Reviews.
We just saw The Surfer.
The Surfer.
With Nicolas Cage.
It's the latest movie.
He's such a good actor. Everything he's been in recently, I have really liked.
Lately, he has had a comeback, and this is one of those comeback movies. Like, he had The Dreamer, or whatever that was called, and then
that scary movie, which was so good.
And then he was in Mandy. Wait, what was this scary movie again?
It's like there's a serial killer, but it's also
Lovely
like,
Bone.
No.
Lonely Legs.
Long Legs.
Long Legs.
Lonely Legs.
But yeah, he's been on a comeback, and this is another one of those movies. People will look back at this time period and be like, that might have been Nicolas Cage's prime.
Yeah.
Or second wind.
So to give a synopsis of the movie, Nicolas Cage wants to buy this house where he grew up.
He wants to take his boys surfing.
Yeah, because that's the best view of the house, and that's the house he grew up in. But there's a bunch of locals that don't let anyone else on the beach, like, literally assault them.
It's like a gang.
Yeah, they torture Nicolas Cage pretty much, and you don't know if he's crazy, like what's real or not, which I really enjoyed. But by the end, you find out what is real. Your questions get answered.
And the gang is led by this, like, almost Andrew Tate-like dude who's like, men are men and they need to let off steam, and
yeah, the group is like Lord of the Flies. Yeah,
where they resort to their primal instincts, and it's just like half of the movie is just like watching this man go crazy.
Yeah,
Nicolas Cage, who that's what he does good in movies, is go crazy.
Yeah, he did a really good. It was very convincing.
Yeah, I felt bad for him, and
Yeah,
there was a lot of questioning what was real and what wasn't. It's a psychological thriller. Thriller's not the right word, but it was intense. Like,
yes.
A lot of it was a lot of tension.
The whole film, I was entertained. There was not one moment where I'm like, okay, this is getting boring. The whole thing was addicting to watch.
There were some funny parts, like all Nicolas Cage movies. It's like, eat the rat! Eat the rat!
It was really good. I would give it a 94.
So, I saw Rotten Tomatoes. I gave it an 88. I will give it an 85.
I don't think I would watch it again, but it was so good. I was so impressed. I had no idea what this movie was about going into it, and I came out. I think that's why my score is so high, because I had no idea what to expect. And I came out being like, that was a fucking good movie.
Yeah, I bought the ticket on her phone and I was like, we're going to watch this movie with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer for it, so I had some idea what I was getting into, but I still didn't really know what we were going to watch.
Yeah. When it comes to the group and Nicolas Cage, they fuck with his mind so much.
Like, it's torturous to watch. Like, it made me want revenge. Like, I wanted that movie to end with revenge.
Yeah, him. But we won't spoil the ending.
Until we do spoilers.
Well, we recommend to go.
The Surfer.
Yeah. That's our review.
Toodaloo.
Are we gonna do spoilers?
Yeah.
Okay. Spoilers! I'm so glad they killed the leader of the group.
Yes, I was glad to see him. He
deserved it. And he was sleeping with a child.
Yeah, he was a pedo.
No one else had a problem with that.
Or it's just like all cults where they're just like, that slowly happens and you're like, it's okay, it's just Tim.
Meanwhile, he has a whole family.
Yeah.
And then that's the reason the homeless guy's son was killed, because the child the gang leader is sleeping with was this guy's boyfriend, and she got pregnant by the other guy. I think Jay, the boyfriend, homeless guy's son, was gonna tell, and the leader of the gang would have gone to prison.
And he killed his dog.
Yeah. Poor homeless man, he had lost everything.
They did.
because of that fucking gang.
And you know, watching that, it makes me have more sympathy towards the people who are out, down and out on the luck. Sometimes I think this world just makes us so cold to them.
Yeah.
Uh,
Anytime I can, I always stop and give someone whatever I have, a water bottle, $1.
but you never know what someone's going through. And in that movie, if I had met Nicolas Cage's character, I would have walked the other way.
He was actually
Crazy.
pretty, yeah.
But hell, that's just Nicolas Cage.
There was this one time we were walking our dogs, and there's a guy talking to himself with a machete,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
That was a
"Hi."
good time to walk the other way.
But I was like, hi, how's it going?
I was like, don't talk to him.
But you just never know what someone's going through. And nice and respectful to people who could possibly be violent, they're less likely to hurt you.
Unless they're walking on the street with a machete talking to themselves. 2 machetes. He had 2 machetes.
Oh, well, still said hi and he appreciated it. Niall was like, the fuck, Catholics? I think the gang is gonna fall apart because the leader's dead.
Oh yeah, I think it fell apart at the end for sure.
Yeah.
All those guys proved themselves to be wimps. They ran out.
Yeah.
And then the guy who started it was, they cut the head off the snake.
Mm-hmm.
I see the appeal in those groups where people like be men and men be men and like
Yeah.
wanting to let off steam, especially in like this corporate world of
Yeah.
trying to domesticate you. But like you also see in this show kind of where the logical end of that goes is that men also do bad things when left to their own devices.
Yeah. There's more complexities to this movie the more I think about it. Like with the pedophilia and then the other murders and then how he indoctrinated a large group of men and boys to be okay with that.
Yeah.
And
Like people high in society, like that guy was a doctor, the police
Yeah.
officer,
Yeah.
the real estate, the banker, all of them.
like our president.
Yeah, yeah. It's a cult.
What was
I'd
your
encourage
favorite
it.
part of the movie?
I liked when he went out there with the sign. I wanted that to go longer. When he went out there with the
Yeah.
sign, he's like boom, boom, just kicking the shit out of that big bad guy.
Yeah. I really wanted him to use the gun and just
But then whenever he joined the cult, I was like, oh man, they're gonna end this way, and I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
But then when the old man came out and lined them all up, I was like, yeah, murder them.
yeah, that the leader of the cult fucked that homeless man's life up.
And then
He had nothing left to live for.
I was surprised that
he
Nicolas
was
Cage
living for
burned.
revenge.
Yeah. And then there were just all those gross scenes of Nicolas Cage like drinking dirty water.
Yeah. And they put like dog poop on the drinking fountain, so he couldn't get water, so he was super dehydrated. He was out on this beach parking lot for days
Yeah.
with no
He
food,
was-
no water, no phone, no shoes.
And Nicolas Cage is actually a method actor. So a lot of the stuff that you see him do in the movies, he does in real life. And the directors are like, you don't have to do this. And he's like, no, I'm gonna do
I'm gonna
this.
step on this glass.
So I almost guarantee he lived down in that parking lot doing this whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't have any basis for that, but I bet it's true.
That's usually with movies, you know, you want different scenes, but it all took place in one
Just
location.
one beach. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
And,
beautiful.
I mean,
A lot of very cool scenery and
Yeah.
cinematography. It was trippy.
it was really well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked everything about it.
Yeah, there's no post-credit scene.
No, don't stay.
We did.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Then we sang about a lot of things.